Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, welcome to the latest edition of Metro Wrestling Revival. You got Mr. Raw Dog here, Brother Martin, and we are here with Johnny P, baby. We are here for the latest edition of the Monday Night War Watch-Along series. I'm excited. I'm thrilled. I am wondering if Nitro can, if they can continue their hot streak. But Raw is here tonight to maybe argue that fact, so I'm excited, brother. How are you doing tonight, and are you stoked for some good old-fashioned wrestling tonight?
I am ready for business. I'm happy to be here tonight. It's Monday night. It's my favorite night of the week to hang out with you and watch some wrestling, have a good time, and definitely, Daniel says it right here, keep Mr. Raw Dog away from Sunny. Yes. Chris. Steer away from the prison and leave her alone, okay?
Okay. Well, we got the sponsor for tonight, and I'm going to play it. Here we go.
Kurt Angle on the road to WrestleMania. It's true. I work hard by using intensity, integrity, and intelligence to help get me here. But now, 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls is giving some undeserving fan a chance to go to WrestleMania. I mean, how unfair is that?
I love
So,
it,
yes.
How you doing tonight? You doing okay?
Blessed, brother. I just got done with work, man. It's been it's been a crazy week, but a fun week. The kids are out of school. My daughter, she's got swimming on the brain. So for like the last 3 days, we've been at the pool. And let's just say, Michael Phelps, watch out because you got a young, beautiful, hungry 10-year-old right on your heels. Woo. Just saying.
I'm telling you.
I'm excited. You, brother? What about you?
Oh, no. I'm doing great, man. Life is good. I can't complain at all. You know, everything is wonderful. I'm ready for some fun tonight. It's going to be a good time, man. It's been a hot spell up here in New York. Are you guys getting a drought down where you're at?
It's warm down here. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It hasn't rained up here in New York in weeks. So it's been like friggin' weeks since it's rained up here. So I'm telling you, it's definitely a toasty one up here, but that is the summer for you, buddy. That's the summer. So we got a few more weeks to go. And, you know, it's before we're going to take about a break for a month while I'm out of town. And it's we're going to have some fun here. We're going to watch some Raw tonight. Next week, we're going to do some Nitro. We're going to see who wins right on this June 2nd edition. I'll tell you, Raw's got a pretty good card tonight, though, Chris. I'm telling you.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it actually looks like it's going to be a good card tonight. I think they're going to do pretty well. So
is it wonderful?
It's pretty interesting. So
is it like this?
What a great great song that was. What a great song that was. Well, look, Chris, here's the lineup for tonight. So you tell me what you think by hearing this lineup. So it's coming from Huntington, West Virginia. So that's where it's coming from tonight. Huntington, West Virginia.
What's your favorite?
Never been there.
Well, fuck you! You just killed the gag I was about to do.
No,
Okay,
I've been to a lot of places, but Huntington, West Virginia, I've never been to. So,
do you have a severe desire to go to West Virginia?
I do not. Not and West Virginia is a very nice state. Every time I pass through there, but I do not have any burning desire to go to Huntington, West Virginia at all. So, definitely don't plan on that anytime soon. Nothing against the great people of Huntington, West Virginia. Let's see where they rank up on the crowd meter tonight. So, I don't know, but. This is the card tonight. It took place on June 2nd, 1997, and it is going to lead off with Faarooq taking on Ahmed Johnson for the 9 millionth time.
Wake up, Ahmed.
Wait for this one.
I do. I think Ahmed's going to be kicking ass. He's going to be taking names. I just got a feeling. I'm hooked on a feeling, and I'm.
All right. I don't know.
Yes.
Ahmed might be up and about. We'll have to see on that one there. Daniel says Huntington, West Virginia is on my high list. The first of list being Greg Valentine's house in Misery.
We got Greg Valentine tonight. I can't say for what, but yeah, I'm excited because you said you're going to surprise me with something that involves Greg Valentine.
For you tonight with Greg Valentine and
my god,
enhancement talents of all time and Doritos.
Tom Stone?
No, you're never going to get it.
Damn it. Okay.
Doritos, enhancement talents, and Greg Valentine. That's all I'm going to say. Great flip tonight.
It sounds like a great time.
We'll end the show off with tonight. The next match is going to be Owen Hart, the Intercontinental Champion, taking on Bob Holly, who picked up a big victory against him a few weeks ago.
Dude, Bob Holly is on a gravy train with biscuit wheels right now. No one can stop him, man. He's on the verge of becoming the Winston Cup champion. He's on the verge of becoming the official World Wrestling Federation pie eating champion. So I'm excited.
I'm telling you. Daniel says Ahmed's going to be sleeping on his way down the ring. They're going to have to push him down the aisle. We got next Owen Hart. No, I said that one. Goldust with Marlena taking on Triple H, Hunter Hearst, Helmsley with Chyna. They've been having this rivalry for the last few weeks, so we're going to be continuing on with that tonight. We're going to see what the androgynous one is going to be doing. Daniel's saying Sparky plug for the upset. Next IC champ. Begin the honkometer.
Yes, the honkometer.
Now this could be an interesting match right here because it's got my favorite tag team of all time, the Legion of Doom. So they're going to be taking on the brand new WWF Tag Team Champions, Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay, that's going to be fun to watch. Last week that match was actually, in my opinion, the match of the night. Great storytelling on both ends. So,
we shall see.
Do you think Stone Cold and Shawn, they could coexist?
I don't know. It remains to be seen. I doubt it. I'm going to say no. That's going to be my theory here. Daniel says, how many times will Goldust cry on the way to the ring?
13.
13. All right. Chris is going with 13. I'm going to say 6.
Okay.
I'm going to cut you a little in half there. So
I'm sorry, Paul Bromwell.
Yeah, you should be. Freaking should be. He's forgiven you though. Next, we have a King of the Ring 97 first round qualifying match. It's going to be Mankind versus Savio Vega. All right.
Oh yeah, Arriba.
Be interesting. Arriba. That's Tito Santana though.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Olale. No way, it's going.
No, that's not him. I don't know if Savio had one, but he was just at the Backlash pay-per-view and looked great out there.
Dude, that pop he got was outstanding.
Man, it was great to see. Then in the main event, now I have no idea where he's been for months since WrestleMania here, because Psycho Sid is here and he's going to take on the Undertaker in the main event for the belt here. I don't know if it's for the belt or not, but he's taking him on.
Whoa. John, you're an expert on softball.
This is prime softball season. I cannot believe they must have had like something against him in his contract here and threatened to sue him, that they said, no, you got to be here tonight on this show, or else you're not going to be playing softball ever again.
Damn. Or maybe they had like a rain delay or something. I mean, okay.
It might have been an off week. Who knows? Maybe his team had an off week here. I don't know.
Yeah.
He hasn't been on the show in months since WrestleMania, and here he is tonight. So
yes,
hey,
I love it.
I like Sycho Sid though. It's always good to see him. So I don't know. What do you think? It sounds like a pretty good card.
I think it sounds really good. Hopefully it will deliver. Hopefully it will deliver like Kurt Angle whenever it comes to 1-800 call AT&T. For all of your collect calls, call 1-800 AT&T. And make sure to go by your nearest payphone if you need to call mom for some extra money.
Well, Lee Marshall, he appreciates it if you call 1-800 to collect too, right?
Yes, and Lee Marshall called 1-800 Mustache Ride.
Yep. Daniel says no softball for Sid is like no drugs in 97 for Shawn. It's impossible.
Oh, God.
All right, Chris, you ready to go on some Raw tonight? You ready to rock and roll, buddy?
I'm ready to rock and roll. And it's also like Sonny not having no DUIs. It's just
have about 40 of them by now.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
All right. That woman, I'm telling you, she's something. All right, everybody, if you want to watch along with us, go on over to Monday Night Raw. It's the Season 5, Episode 22, June 2nd, 1997 edition of Monday Night Raw. If you want to watch along with us, we watch on Peacock, but if you watch on something else, that's totally up to you. Chris, are you locked, loaded, and ready to roll?
I'm about to pull up the which I got the cock pulled out. I just gotta
hey, that sounds like a personal problem right there. All right. Are you flogging your dolphin somewhere with somebody?
I have no neighbors to watch right now, so no.
All right, keep it away then.
Okay, so is it season 5 or
season 5, episode 22, the June 2nd, 1997 edition of Monday Night Raw.
All right. Yes. Okay, I'm there now.
All right. You are locked and loaded and ready to go. If you want to watch along with us, folks, we're going to go right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this now.
All right. In 80 countries, John.
7 languages. The World Wrestling Federation.
Did they have a 500 million viewers at this time?
I don't know. They had a pretty good amount, I would assume. How many people do you think watch it on a yearly basis, do you think?
I honestly would
wonder.
Because that a good chunk of like the views are through social media and they're through like YouTube and all that now. Mm-hmm. So I would have to say the WWE, I would have to say maybe 500 million.
Yeah. I bet you they do probably over 1 billion, a year, probably people, something like, I don't know. I wonder.
AEW, 13 billion.
Don't they have like 82 billion YouTube subscribers or something?
Yeah, I think they are the most subscribed sports company on YouTube.
I think they even beat like the NFL and stuff. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Oh God, yeah. And as we know, AEW gets 46 billion a year. So we gotta throw that out there.
What about TNA? What do you think they're doing numbers wise?
13.
13. All right, gotcha.
Just fucking 13, okay? Because that's how many people show up to their shows. God, that's mean. I'm sorry.
I didn't even know they're really still doing anything. Who's their champ now?
Steve Macklin.
Who the fuck is Steve Macklin?
He was part of the Forgotten Sons.
Oh yeah, you told me that a few weeks ago on the show. Yes. Now I remember. Now he was. I forgot one of the Forgotten Sons, who's now the champion of Impact.
He was forgotten clearly. Like
who's he got a feud with now?
I think Rich Swann.
He's still alive?
Yes, John. He's still alive. Come on.
That guy is around. I can't believe it. Undertaker is haunted by a dark secret. What could it be? He knows who let the dogs out.
He does.
Is it going to be a certain Kane?
And he has severe diarrhea. That's
I've not been a fan of his work here up until this point as the champ. I really haven't been into him.
No.
Very undesirable time for me for the Undertaker, and I love the Undertaker. What do you think, Daniel? I know Daniel's a huge fan. You've been watching with us every week, Daniel? What do you think about what's been going on with him up until this point?
Because I feel like
pyro.
Brett, Stone Cold, and Shawn, they have definitely overshadowed.
All the way. There's been a few weeks he wasn't even on the show.
Yeah. And he's the world freaking champion.
Yeah, now he's wrestling, Faarooq, I think, right?
Yes. Because we know that'll put asses in the seats.
Wow,
with all due respect.
Is impressive right here. Daniel says it has been one of the worst title reigns. Jinder Mahal had a better run than this one. I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
They've really booked him poorly for The Undertaker at this point. And, of course, this doesn't lie on The Undertaker. This just was the way they booked him at the time.
I agree 1,000%. And the thing is that I know some people might think I'm weird for saying this, but I feel like Jinder Mahal's reign was actually good.
Okay.
I liked it.
I wouldn't necessarily agree, but
okay.
I mean, I'm not saying it was awful, but it was definitely one of those ones where you're like, really?
Yeah, I got you.
Jinder doesn't have a great look. He has a great look. It's when the bell rang, it was all just over at that point.
I got you. Steve Macklin just feuded with PCO.
Okay, I could dig PCO.
So yeah, at the Impact Wrestling Under Siege show, Macklin beat. Yeah, 14 people ordered it actually.
Maybe 15.
15.
Daniel says they're booking to get to Kane, which is still 4 months away, and the title barely means anything. Absolutely, they're setting this up right now, as we're seeing now, and we all have the knowledge of what happens in a few months with the Kane stuff. So at this point, it definitely is that, Daniel. Then they're leading on to all the innuendos and everything like that. So
like that out.
Which was some great shit for The Undertaker when he did the Kane stuff. That was tremendous.
I would have to say that is the greatest, if not one of the greatest stories ever told in the history of the company.
What pay-per-view does he debut? Is it like No Way Out or something?
It is Bad Blood.
Bad Blood. Okay, yeah. Isn't he in like a cage match or something?
Okay, so The Undertaker is in the first ever Hell in a Cell match with
against Shawn Michaels, right?
Yep. And Kane debuts out of nowhere to cost The Undertaker the match.
Yep.
So
Impact Under Siege, brought to you by Casey Ryback in his kitchen.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite Steven Seagal movies, by the way, Daniel. Under Siege. It's got Chet Steadman, Gary Busey in it, so you know it's going to be good. And Tommy Lee Jones, of course, too.
Dude, Chet Steadman is great.
Legend.
There was an AI video that got sent to me. It is Gary Busey chewing gum.
Oh, Lord.
It's quite entertaining.
I can only imagine.
Oh, speaking of AI, you and Daniel got like shit that I was sending you last night, like with my new AI app.
Those storylines were interesting.
Yes.
John Wayland versus Nails was the one that got me.
Yes.
I enjoyed that one.
Yes.
That was an excellent one.
You were a newcomer, and that
I was a newcomer.
You overcame him.
I did. So, I told you I'd beat that son of a bitch.
Yes, you did. And what Taker? What's he saying?
You really can't hear him over this music here very well. By his fat neck. I heard that.
Yeah, but
Gary Busey doesn't chew gum; it crumbles in his mouth. Tremendous.
Do you think the brain injury really fucked with Gary Busey?
There's a lot that fucked with him. Meth.
He's a good human being. He's
alcohol,
just really weird.
Mixing all of the above.
Oh my God!
Killed Gary Busey, I would assume.
I just thought of a great idea. A great touring idea. Gary Busey stand up as the opener, and like the headliner is Gallagher.
There you go, smashing people with a melon, coming back from the grave.
Exactly. Oh wait, he's dead.
Yeah, he died last year, I think.
Oh shit, never mind.
Yeah, way to fuck with poor Gallagher's memory over here.
Sorry.
Daniel says Faarooq is sitting by like, hello, I'm fighting you for the title. They have made him so irrelevant in this match. Like, they've done nothing to build this whatsoever.
Yeah. You're right. I know.
It's all been about his beef with Paul Bearer and stuff. It's like, why even have Faarooq in here?
It's the exact same dynamic as, remember when The Miz was world champion and he was between The Rock and Cena?
Yep.
Same exact dynamic.
The amazing part was he actually won at WrestleMania.
Yes.
And I'm a fan of The Miz. I thought it was great.
Yes. I love The Miz.
He did it with concussion in that match.
Didn't he get a concussion when they went to the outside?
Yeah, something like that. I think he got a concussion when they went to the outside or something.
Yeah.
He fought through it the rest of the match. I think he went like another 15 minutes or something concussed.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. If anybody's ever had a concussion, they could tell you your brain just got rocked real good. Oh, Jesus. Here comes Paul, Uncle Paul.
Uncle Paul. Each week, it's like lesser pieces of the...
You know what Paul Bearer would have been great as if he portrayed the Penguin in a Batman movie? He really would have. He just has that look and that feel of like the Penguin.
Where? Batman!
Jeez, I love Paul Bearer.
Oh, yeah.
Would The Undertaker have gotten as big as he did without the help of Paul Bearer through the years? No.
Not even close.
Yeah, Paul Bearer was a great piece for him.
I mean, that's kind of like saying, would Brock Lesnar have been as big without Paul Heyman?
Yep.
No.
Daniel says Paul Bearer isn't wearing his face wrap or his face condom today.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, just as great as Taker is and was and everything that he did in his career, he definitely wouldn't have been the same without The Undertaker.
We talk about
the greatest Paul Bearer, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, like, without a doubt. And, like, we talk about the greatest managers of all time. Like, we bring up Bobby Heenan. We bring up Jim Cornette.
Yep.
We don't talk about Paul enough.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, Paul is definitely not as talked about as some of the other guys. Not that Paul wasn't amazing. He was. Hall of Fame manager, no doubt.
He's a top 10 greatest of all time, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree. Danny DeVito didn't play him. Paul Bearer could have played the Penguin for sure. DeVito was in it with, I think, Batman Returns or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He was good in that role. And then you saw when they redid the Penguin in the role for the show, he was a real skinny version they had as the Penguin. Did you ever watch Gotham, the show?
Yes.
Psycho Sid's here. Uh-oh. Jesus.
I think Paul just shit his pants.
I fucking love Sid. I love when he just fist bumps everybody, man. With that nutty look on his face that he's got right now. Come on.
Even whenever he's a heel.
Yep. His entrance music is some of my favorite, too.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on, fist bump him. There you go.
Yes.
That boy didn't get one there, though, in the front row. That didn't happen.
Good Lord.
So they said that Sid had a lower lumbar injury, and that's why he's been out. Swinging those softballs, goofing them, up to try to hit the home run shots, man. That's
oh yeah,
that pull your back out good.
Did you hear it?
Oh, softballs are safe tonight.
First of all, fat man.
No matter what he does, Hall of Fame induction. He needs one. What'd you say, Chris?
He's like, listen to me, fat man. Okay.
You always say it about Sid, and I agree with you. He's got one of the best looks of any wrestlers ever at this point in time.
I think Sid has. You think Luger, but I think Luger's number 2. But Sid's got the greatest look of all time. And the thing is that Sid's not in the Hall of Fame. That's a fucking shame right now.
How is he not in the Hall of Fame by now?
I don't know.
I mean, I know it's just a fictitious, made-up bullshit politics game, for Christ's sake. Charmel's in there.
But he deserves to be recognized as...
Coco fucking Beware's in the Hall of Fame, and you don't got Sid and Luger in there? Come on.
Yes. That's...
What a joke.
I agree.
What a fucking joke. That's when you know shit like that is a joke.
And Sid, he's accomplished a lot.
He's been a champion everywhere he was ever at.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
He might have killed WCW with that leg snap at the end of it there.
Oh, God.
That was it. That was it.
Who the hell told him to go on the top rope?
He better go in the Hall of Fame in Philly or there will be rioting.
Oh, my God.
I guess they got to get out towards the Midwest area where he lives. That's the only way you're going to get him out near there. Because if you send your booking money to sit in advance, he ain't showing up probably. So
West Memphis, Arkansas.
that's where WrestleMania 42 is going to be. It's going to be in the Little Rock Civic Center.
Hell yeah.
Now Faarooq is finally coming out here. Farouk's like, I'm tired of this shit. I'm supposed to be in the main event at King of the Ring here, and you guys are just ignoring me. He says, I'm making my own rules now.
I love the song, Nation. The Domination.
Oh, he's pulling the whole race thing right now.
Oh,
imagine
God.
if they tried this shit now with the race stuff. They would create a riot at one of these shows.
I agree. I'll be blunt with you. You guys know how I am. You know that I'm a liberal progressive. You know I'm a huge supporter of Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. But I'm going to be blunt with you. If it was certain people criticizing others, then it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But if it was others doing the same, then it would be a fucking huge outcry. So
what do you think
that's
of
all
them
I'm going to say.
wasting Sid here, though, on a Raw?
Yeah.
Like this, Chris. What do you think about that?
Sit on a Raw?
Yeah, sit on a Raw. Take an Undertaker on in the main event here in his rematch. He's getting it on Raw.
Outstanding.
You like that idea?
Main event, man, all the way.
You wouldn't have saved it for a pay-per-view.
Well, I mean,
maybe they do have another one down the road. I don't remember, but
no, I don't think they do.
Does Sid go on a softball sabbatical after this for a while again?
I think he does. I don't remember Sid doing much after this.
When does he go back to WCW? Do you remember? It's not in 97.
99?
Yeah, it's got to be 99. So he must have saved up enough money at that point to be on a long softball sabbatical.
Yeah. He was the Millennium Man in World Championship Wrestling.
That lumbar injury, Daniel, they knew he wouldn't make another pay-per-view. That softball injury is severe.
Dude.
1 year of softball took me out last year.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I mean, you weren't praying to Joe Boo.
No, I wasn't. I should have been.
No, see?
Took me out after a year.
I mean, because
that softball.
Because I know you were down on the ground screaming, "Fuck you, Joe Boo."
Ahmed just had his head laying down. Look at him back there.
This is awesome.
Come on, man. You couldn't have written this any better. You couldn't have written it any better. That was perfect.
What the fuck is he saying?
I wish I could put this up on the screen and play the video of him doing these promos. I wish I could, but I'll get flagged immediately by the WWE. They'll nail me.
Do you think Ahmed's one of the worst promos ever?
His promos are so bad, they're great. Okay?
It's like mush mouth.
You cannot turn away from his promos. They're awful, but they're so fucking great to laugh at.
He sounds like mush mouth from Fat Albert.
He does. Daniel says, just keeps waking him up. All right. Is there any secret why he's always the first match on the card, Chris?
Who?
Ahmed. Week after week, Ahmed is the first match on the card. There's no secret to this.
He's got to get his beauty sleep.
He is sleeping his life away like Rip Van Winkle.
Hell yeah. Okay.
We'll see worse, Daniel. I guarantee you'll see worse promos from him.
What do you think of Faarooq's his debut attire?
Awful.
What was he like?
He looked like a fucking Smurf. Okay, he looked like a militant Smurf with that thing on. The hell were they thinking with that? It makes Karrion Kross's outfit look spectacular. Okay, when he came out as the Gladiator.
I agree.
I'd rather see Bob Holly come out in the Sparky Plug race car outfit than that shit. It's awful.
Oh my God, what the hell?
He looks like a fucking Smurf with that thing. Like a militant Smurf. Boy, this feud has been going on forever between these two.
What feud went on longer, this or the one Kevin Sullivan?
All right, you don't even have to ask that question. We all know the answer to that one. That feud between Benoit and Sullivan has been going on for the better part of 15 months now of these shows. That thing is never going to end.
Benoit, for the individuals that didn't join us for Nitro last week, Benoit called out Sullivan again.
Yeah, he did. Sullivan's on sabbatical, though, I guess, at this point in time. It's when they said no more of you on TV. Go and stay in the back or you're gone. So,
please.
Yeah. Daniel says Ron Simmons was the only one who could wear it and not be messed with backstage. Seriously, who was going to mess with fucking Ron Simmons wearing that thing? I'd love somebody to try to pull a rib on him for that one.
I'm good.
You know, in all seriousness, though, with Ahmed, we clown on him a lot because he's dreadful. He had a hell of a look, though.
And then the bell rang.
Yep. And that was the problem. He had the look of a champion, man.
And don't give him a microphone either.
Nope. Don't give him a microphone. Don't expect him to work good. Don't expect him to have a good attitude. Don't expect him to be nice backstage to anybody. Don't expect him to look out for anybody but him. This guy had the look of a champ and could have been a hell of a fucking champ, I'm sure.
Vince McMahon was planning on making him the first black WWF champion.
And you know what? I could have seen it at that time. And then, like all those things we just said, the bell rang. They gave him the microphone, his attitude backstage, everything. You can't tell me looking at this guy that he doesn't have a great look to him.
Oh, he looks outstanding.
And he would have been a hell of a marketable champ, too, because the crowd loved him.
Oh, yeah. I just don't get the whole thing with the fucking with the elbow pads on his legs.
I don't either. He's Ahmed, though. He does what he wants. Who's got more baby oil on him, you think? Him or Iron Mike Sharp?
Mike Sharp, without a doubt, dude.
I don't know.
Sharp bathes in that shit.
Jeez, I don't know. Ahmed's got plenty on him here, too.
Good God.
Oh, he took the belt off Faarooq there and is whipping him.
Oh, God. Of course, Tim White's not looking.
God, Faarooq's going to get pissed here in real life here in a second, I think. Ahmed's being a little stiff with him here. I think Ron's about to just fucking lay him out here.
Wasn't this the match where freaking Faarooq? No, wait. This is the one where he got hurt.
Did he get hurt in this match?
There's a match that he had with Ahmed where he got hurt and he was out for months. And then he came back and he beat the living shit out of Ahmed.
When you're asleep as much as he has elbow pads go on wherever he can. Sleep dressing like only Ahmed can. Oh, Daniel.
Sleep dressing. I love it.
He couldn't even get his leg up for the kick there.
Good God.
If he would have worn knee pads instead of elbow pads, that would have worked better for him probably. Fucking A, man.
It's cutting off. Circulation.
Cut off his circulation. He can only lift his leg up 2 feet off the ground. Oh, Jesus.
God,
let's never forget Ahmed can beat up Ron Simmons in a fight. Yeah. I'll never forget him saying that on that virtual, Daniel. That he would take him in a street fight.
Okay.
Ron Simmons wouldn't even break a fucking sweat beating his fat ass, man.
I'm sorry. He's in my opinion
him and knock him down and scare him probably.
In my opinion, Ron's the second toughest wrestler ever.
That's what most people say.
Behind Haku, okay?
When you have all the boys say he's unfuckwithable, it's when you know he's a bad dude. You don't want to fuck with a guy like that.
No.
And you're not going to win.
And Faarooq's somebody that I would honestly love to sit down with and like just pick his brain about the business because I'm sure he's a damn encyclopedia.
Ron Simmons on a surgery table could whoop on that.
No shit.
The nation interjects here now. Is this going to be a quick match here tonight? I got a feeling. Oh, Undertaker's out now. He's like, all right, we really do have a feud. So I'm going to come out here and pretend like this matters. The pay-per-view is this weekend. Let's try to sell this a little bit.
Oh, my God.
All right. The whole nation is beating up the Undertaker now.
Who's doing it worse, WCW for this or the WWE?
For the build-up for the for the pay-per-view. On this one, WWE's got to take it from me from what we've seen. And WCW does pretty bad building some of the things sometimes. Yeah. They built this up terribly between these two.
Good God.
Now, Ahmed somehow or another fell into the steel steps there, and he's getting rolled into the ring. He's about to get pinned.
He fell asleep.
He's narcoleptic.
Oh, my God. He fell asleep in the middle of the ring, damn it.
Undertaker being a true champ, finally remembering who his number one contender is.
That is awesome.
He's a jam-up guy.
He is.
Telling you, he's a jam-up guy.
Speaking of Jam Up, guys, make sure to check out our Reels section here on the Retro Wrestling Revival. Whether they're annoying or funny or just flat out make you happy inside. Check them out.
Ahmed's breathing heavy. I hear snoring.
Oh my God! The most recent one I did, which was today, is paying tribute to one of Daniel's favorites, Prince Iakea. Check it out,
dude. He loves Prince Iakea. He's a big fan.
Yeah.
He might not go to sleep tonight. He might be watching that reel over and over again. That's how much he loves the Prince.
Because I know it brought a tear to Daniel's eyes. I don't know if that was tears of anger or tears of joy, but it brought tears to his eyes. So, uh-oh. He'll wait to face him one-on-one this week. Uh-oh. Ahmed Taker face-to-face.
I saw a Jim Ross autograph signing that was on yesterday. I meant to go. I was going to get one from him, actually, on one of his virtuals.
Really?
They literally had to write a message afterwards to apologize to people for, like, how boring it must have been, I guess, because Jim was tired and grumpy on there. So they literally had to go and apologize afterwards. I didn't watch it long, so
it's sad that you have to apologize for a guy being grumpy. Grandpa Jim is angry.
He said he was tired from something he was doing earlier in the day. I guess I don't know.
Oh my God!
Daniel says the thing he loves most about Monday Night Raw, Prince Iakea 8 on. That's a very good point. There,
oh
Daniel.
Hell no! To the no.
Ahmed and the Undertaker, I think, is coming up next this summer, isn't it?
I don't.
Is that when I think that's when he thought he was going to be the champion and was telling everybody backstage that he was getting the belt, and then they had to break the bad news to him that ain't happening, buddy. It ain't going on you.
Oh yeah.
I think that's his next feud, actually, for the Undertaker.
Reminds me of whenever Shawn Stasiak was recording people in the locker room, and he revealed a few days earlier about what was going to happen with the WCW invasion, which cost WCW wrestlers the opportunity to show up at WrestleMania 17.
Was that when he was Meat, or was that before the Meat thing?
That was after.
Okay.
So he went to WCW, and then they shut down, and then he came back.
Okay.
And then he eventually became Planet Stasiak. That was a memorable gimmick.
I want the Iron Sheik on the show tonight. I'm just going to say that. Can you imagine the Iron Sheik ripping people apart in Huntington, West Virginia?
Oh, God, that'd be great.
You suck my tennis cock, you fucker! You fucking macho man!
Don't bring up Macho's wife around him.
The fucking bitch! She got the 10-inch cock from the Sheik! He might have to go on our Hall of Fame this year.
That dude, yes.
Boy, look at those inflatable chairs right there, dude. Look at them here, soaking up the sun in this thing.
Dude.
They got Honky Tonk Man in it that look alike. The kid bouncing on the chair.
Wow.
Order your chair. Send check or money orders to WWF TV. P.O. Box 379, Mount Morris, Illinois, folks.
You know it's $71 with shipping and handling, right?
For that fucking inflatable chair in 1997. Can you imagine that? That's tremendous.
I wonder how much that is now.
Oh, man. You probably get one of those things for hundreds of dollars online somewhere. Stone Cold beating Brett up on the stage while Shawn is getting beat up in the ring is such an underrated moment.
Yes.
They really stole the show week after week here with the Stone Cold Brett Shawn stuff. Every week.
Oh, yeah.
Like we said earlier, it overshadows the whole, world title picture at this point. If that kid would have popped the chair, it would have made the commercial.
Oh, my God,
Order these very durable plastic chairs.
Boom!
Fucker pops it.
There
Mom
you
and
go.
Dad got $71 now. You're not getting paid either.
Oh, God. And the minimum wage wasn't what it was.
So here in 97, I know the minimum wage in New York was about $4.25 an hour.
So just imagine you got to work, 15 hours just to make enough to get that chair.
It'd be a long time. I used to work 28 hours a week, and after taxes, I think I would get maybe about $125, $130. And let me tell
That's
you, son,
it.
yeah, I thought I was loaded at that
Oh
point.
wow.
$125 a week. Woo!
Hell yeah.
That was good money. I make that in an hour now. I love it.
Yes.
Much better times than when you're a kid and working. Woo! It'd be about $279 plus shipping and handling today. Get it while supplies last.
Exactly.
That thing would be popped in 10 seconds in my house with the dogs and cats. The thing would be gone.
Oh, good Lord.
Look at Steve laughing at Brett talking about being in wheelchairs and crutches.
Speaking of being abused, okay, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time within his own mind, Will Ospreay, was recently quoted as saying that Bret Hart just whines too much. He's a miserable human being. And I just got to say this, John. Will Ospreay is just delusional as fuck. And if he thinks he's anywhere close to being in the same league as Bret Hart, he's out of his fucking mind. What's your take on that, John?
Well, Bret is very whiny and stuff, and I get that, but he's not even in the same fucking league as Bret. And I heard he's a good wrestler and all. I don't watch that stuff, so it's I heard he's a good wrestler. He's delusional, though, if he's comparing himself to Bret Hart or trying to put Bret Hart down. I mean, yeah, Bret's a little miserable and nasty sometimes, but you got a long ways to be Bret the Hitman Hart.
And the thing is that I'm not going to defend Bret on being like a miserable human being, but the fact is that you go through half of what he's gone through and see whether you'll be happy and cheery all the time.
Yeah,
just saying.
He's had a pretty rough go about it at certain points.
I agree.
And he's definitely not going to forget to tell you that too.
No. Oh yeah. But he's still one of the greatest
ever. It seems like he's mellowed a little bit over the recent years.
Oh, yeah. He seems a lot happier than what he was. And Bret's still one of the top 5 greatest of all time. Will Ospreay, do you think you will even sniff the top 10? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, but that's just me. I'm a little favorable towards this generation. Yeah, I'm definitely biased towards it. I'm very favorable towards this generation of wrestling much more. Yeah. Rightfully so. I mean, this is what we grew up on. One day, I guess, some kids will be defending the stuff they see now to the stuff that might be out there then, I guess.
But these wrestlers were actually storytellers, not just within the ring, but outside the ring as well. They put in the character work. It wasn't flip-flop and fly.
There's never going to be another Shawn Michaels. There's never going to be another Bret the Hitman Hart in their own way. And there's never going to be another Austin in any of these guys you're seeing. It's just not going to happen.
I know.
Different times, first off, but these guys were just larger than life talents.
But I hate to say it, but I wish these wrestlers, like modern day wrestlers, would care more about their character work more than what's going on within the ring. I'm as crazy as that sounds.
Did you hear MJF recently in that AEW scrum? I heard a clip of it when it came out, where he was talking about how wrestlers now today should be seriously sitting over there and not worried about killing themselves in the ring, and they should be more worried about developing an awesome character that is larger than life, basically, is what you're saying. I know he worded it a little differently, but basically it's what he said. He's smart. He gets it.
The biggest money makers in the wrestling business history were all character-based. Think about it.
There will always be more Doink the Clowns. That is very true.
Yes!
We got to have the Doinks.
Ray Apollo, where you at, buddy?
It's so sad. We say it all the time here on the show when you see the Hart Foundation in the ring, that the only one of them that's still alive is Bret Hart.
Yeah, I agree.
All these guys are gone now. Did you ever think the Anvil was going to be the second to last one to live?
No, I thought the Anvil would have gone soon thereafter. Like, with all due respect, the Anvil seems like he had a huge coke habit. I don't know whether that's true or not.
He had a big drug habit. I don't know if it was coke, but he had a big drug habit for years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did. I think his was prescription pain medication.
Oh.
I think him and his wife robbed a pharmacy at one point. Did something like that. Something with the pharmacy or.
Did they at least have a mask on? Because we know Nick Gage didn't when he robbed a bank.
Yeah, Jesus. I don't remember the whole story about it, but I know there was some issue. Maybe it was fake prescriptions, but there was something with drugs and pharmacies with them.
I got to give Nick Gage kudos because
you're going to give that fucking goof credit.
I am.
On what? How not to go put back in prison yet?
No. He recently put out a video supporting the LGBTQ community and saying that they are awesome, that they are loved, and that they don't need to change anything about who they are. And good for Nick Gage. I support that 100%. I can't believe I'm defending Nick Gage.
Hey, well, it's a nice thing he said. I think that's cool.
So, yeah.
I'll stand by that. Daniel says Nick Gage robbed GCW every time they pay him. Oh, GCW.
We give love where it's deserved, okay?
Sure. Now we got to give love here to Owen Hart. I saw Owen Hart was in the new Fight Forever AEW game. Boy, he looks like Owen Wilson, not Owen Hart.
I agree. Apparently,
Daniel read my mind here. He goes, "Who paid for the cameo for him to say that? He'll say anything for a dime." I'm thinking the same thing, Daniel. Actually,
I got you. Apparently, it was the Owen from New Japan.
Oh, okay, interesting.
God forbid they have it an Owen wearing in his most iconic getup. This right here.
Maybe they do later on. I don't know. I don't play video games, so I don't know.
I got you.
Are you going to get the game or anything like that?
I might. I got to see what the developments they have with it, because honestly, right as of right now, no, I'm not interested.
Daniel, you're a gamer, right? Are you going to get it? If you're a gamer, I think you said you were a gamer before. Did you get the game, or are you going to get it?
The WWE game I do have, which is fantastic.
I heard the last year's version before that was terrible, wasn't it?
2K20 was hot garbage.
And they didn't make a game for a couple years or something, right?
That's correct. They went 2 years without a game, and then they came out with the one last year, and then they have the one for this year.
All right, there we go. Yeah. So it got better.
Oh god, yeah, a lot better. And they have a story mode, which shows the career of John Cena.
Oh, okay.
So, which is really cool.
Daniel says he'll end up getting it just to play as Danhausen. Awesome,
dude, Danhausen. He's part of the downloadable content on that game. So,
that's awesome, man. There you go. I'm a fan of him now. Daniel got me as a fan of Danhausen. I like that guy. He's fucking hilarious. Dude. Hello, Mike Keaton. How are you, sir? Nice to see you out tonight.
Howdy, Mr. Mike. I hope you're doing all right, brother. Him in freaking RJ City.
I love RJ City. That guy is hilarious. Daniel says his wrestling money's going towards events and signings coming up. Yeah, you guys got a few good ones coming down your way, right?
Yes. Me and Daniel, there's a really, really good chance we're going to be going to go see AEW Collision.
Oh, all right.
We're going to be going to the one in Greenville. So I'm excited. I think it's on August 5th.
Very nice. Mike says watching some WCW. Absolutely. It's always good to watch some WCW too, Mike. Bob Holly's going for the pin there. Didn't work out too well for him.
WCW, baby.
Do you think Bob still rocks these tights out around his house?
I think whenever his wife wants him to make love to her, he's got to put the tights on. She's like, be my race car and just ram me into the wall.
Do you
put
really
that
think
outfit
there's
on.
Somebody that's married to Bob Holly?
I don't know.
He is up there, I bet, with the Greg Valentine House of Misery. No doubt about it in my book, man. He's got to be.
Yes.
Art City and Danhausen need their own TV show. AEW is amazing. He is great on that AEW show. He rocks it when he takes the car to the store. He's out there going out to pick up a couple of things at the grocery store, picking up some milk and cookies and shit and some bread, rocking out in those tights. Someone married Greg Valentine. He is possible.
Yes.
That was great, Daniel.
Bob Holly was but all joking aside, was a phenomenal enhancement performer.
He was. He's all right.
You know,
He's not an IC title caliber right here.
no.
That ain't happening. He just lost that one to Owen.
Woo, I'm a nugget.
Shawn's in the back again here. We're getting another backstage vignette with him.
Do you think Shawn watches these back and he's missing his hair?
I don't know. I don't think he goes back and watches things from this time. I would assume it's probably a bad point of his life. He probably doesn't want to go back and relive.
I don't think
in some ways.
Do you think his kids watch the stuff?
I don't know. If they're into wrestling, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they would definitely check out some stuff of their dad. Is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. You know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that would be something cool, like to say, hey, like my dad was one of the greatest wrestlers ever. And
you know, some of the new, generation of wrestling fans, if they've never seen Shawn Michaels stuff, they should really go back and watch this guy, because most of your favorite wrestlers try to be Shawn Michaels in a lot of ways.
A huge reflection of that. Look at the Young Bucks.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Dolph Ziggler. I mean, just
Kenny Omega, I think too.
Kenny Omega, yes. And I think Dolph is one of the greatest misses in the history of the business. You talk about somebody that should have been a main eventer for many years.
One of the loudest pops I've ever heard was when he beat Del Rio for the title.
Yes. The Money in the Bank cash-in, outstanding pop.
Wasn't it like the day after WrestleMania or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he got a concussion like a week or two later.
Shame.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He had a hell of a good run up until that point. It's a shame to see that it didn't pan out better for him.
And one of my favorite moments within the past decade was the Survivor Series match in 2014, which we watched that. Yes.
Yeah, when Sting came out and saved him and he got the final pin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we watched that.
A couple years ago, we watched that.
And the match was outstanding.
It was a great moment too.
Yeah.
It was a great moment, only for them to ruin it.
Speaking of Sting, apparently he's this is going to be his last year, from what a lot of people are saying.
Good.
So
I love Sting. Good though. It's about time. Yeah. I'm sure he'll still have some part out there doing something.
Yeah.
Can you believe he lasted as long as he did?
Yeah.
I've been watching Sting since I was a little kid, and he's still going. That's tremendous.
Oh yeah, and the thing is that with Sting, I mean, hell, he could have made enough money to. He makes enough money with like the meet and greets.
He makes enough money with whatever he does. He's a legend. He's going to do just fine. I don't think he needs money though. But
hold on.
What do I know? Dolph Ziggler could have gone and went through the Drew and Lashley route, went somewhere else to prove he was a main eventer, but he signed back. Some people are just happy being superstars. Yeah, great point, Daniel. And the money that they, rumored I've seen for him that he makes a year is like $1.5 million a year downside, basically. Like, not a bad deal to probably get in there once or twice a week if at the most, or sit on the sidelines for a while at his age. Cash in $1.5 million a year. Not a bad deal.
And you see someone like Robert Roode, who's world championship material, and he's just happy getting a paycheck now.
Dude, watching Cornette run in this video is tremendous. Who is this? Oh, there she is. It's Sunny.
Is she out of jail?
What they did not tell you, the behind-the-scenes info here on the Super Soaker, it was really soaked with vodka. So that is why Sunny's very happily willing to participate in this one.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is very suggestive.
Were you ever a fan of the Headbangers?
No.
I wasn't either. They were stupid.
Yes, I agree.
In the next hour, no wonder JR is so tired and grumpy. He was doing hour-long interviews asking the same questions.
Yeah.
4 guys trying to soak Sunny backstage. They didn't even need to film this. Oh, we're about to get a Triple H versus Goldust here. I'm gonna let you take the reins for just a moment while the old man goes and does his business. Give me just a moment.
All right, he's got to go to the commode, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna have some fun. We got Triple H with Chyna, say like Trump. Anyways, and here we go. Goldust and Triple H. Shattered Dreams Productions. One of the best characters during the pre-Attitude to the Attitude Era. Goldust, hands down. Dustin Rhodes. He's one of my favorite workers of all time. Outstanding in the ring. Great character work. Great promos. Great everything. I mean, but you can't really deny the fact that the guy was fantastic based off the fact it was in his DNA. I mean, and you think he's fantastic. I mean, look at Cody. You talk about the 3 generations, and like the fact is, it's technically 2 but anyways, and Cody's just doing outstanding work now. But the fact is that I'm sure Dustin was a huge influence on Cody as well. I swear, if they bring Dakota out again, oh my god. There we go. Oh God, I be careful what you wish for, Daniel, because you just might get it. Boom. Uh-oh. Oh God. Ow. Hunter just went head first into the side of the ring, the ring post. Goldust is crawling back in. He's slithering like a snake, ladies and gentlemen, like a sneaky snake. There we go. And Goldust just keeps slapping him like a bitch, saying, "You want to criticize my daughter coming out? I'm going to slap the shit out of you." Paying tribute to his dad, Vince. You just had him cry over his dad a few weeks ago. Yep, I agree. I think there's a lot of stories out there that Vince McMahon had a love-hate with Dusty Rhodes because he ultimately wanted Dusty to work for him long-term. Whenever Vince first did the national expansion, Dusty Rhodes was offered a job. Dusty turned it down to stay with the NWA. And I think from that point on, Vince was like, okay, I see where he's coming from. And then Dusty wasn't happy with the NWA, so he went to the WWE with like the polka dot gimmick. And just, yeah. But then years later, Dusty was helping out with like the younger wrestlers with the NXT, all that stuff. And you see what an amazing teacher he was. You see the fruits of his labor. You see him just watering those seeds and just seeing like those amazing plants grow. I mean, you look at Roman Reigns, you look at Bayley, you look at Sasha Banks, you look at Cody Rhodes. I mean, you look at so many phenomenal talents that were under the umbrella of Dusty Rhodes, and what a huge impact that he had on them. Heck, Charlotte Flair is another one. So, yeah, just saying. Dusty was never someone Vince could say he created. I agree 1,000%, Daniel. Dusty created himself. He walked to the beat of his own drum, and that's partially why I respect Dusty so much, because he was his own person. And he got over like a mother canucker. So, yeah. Gotta love it. Uh-oh. Now Chyna, she's getting involved. Oh, here's Marlena. Spunky Marlena. Oh, a knee to Chyna. Distraction, a roll-up by Goldust, 2, 3. Goldust gets the win over Triple H. Go run to the back and hug Dakota. Say, hey, we did it. We won. All right. So it's there's a tremendous victory tonight, according to Vince McMahon. He is treating us like he's won the world fucking title, ladies and gentlemen. His body's painted gold, so does he really need a gold belt? I'm just saying. All right, here we go. Uh-oh, here comes Triple H. He's arguing with the referee. He's like, what the hell happened, man?
Doesn't Triple H win the King of the Ring this year?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought he did. It's kind of interesting to having him lose, and then you're gonna put him over as the King of the Ring here soon.
He was he was supposed to win it the year before, but then he got punished because of the whole thing with the curtain call.
Is he bleeding right there?
I think.
Yeah, I think he's bleeding.
Why are there asterisks?
They don't want you to call this number anymore. It was $1.49 a minute in the U.S. and $2.49 Canadian. All right.
I would love to have been the person that had to go through all these videos, thousands of hours of video, just to block this shit out.
Yeah. Wow, she tossed up fucking Mike Chioda there. Woo!
She did. All right.
Never thought he'd beat Hunter again after losing to him for so many months. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much longer does Goldust go for in the WWF after this? I can't even remember.
Up until 99, and then he went to World Championship Wrestling until 2001, and then he re-debuted back in the WWE in 2002.
You think he'll ever have a run back there? Not maybe necessarily as a talent, but as a backstage guy or Hall of Fame?
Yes. Hall of Fame without a doubt. I think Dustin would be a phenomenal replacement for Dusty Rhodes down in the Gold brand. Just saying.
This is wrestling school now, right?
I know. Just imagine if the WWE, they made a deal with this wrestling school, because he's going to develop some really good talent.
I'm sure he will. He'd be a great trainer. I know you always say that he'd be one of your top guy to go to. I
love Dustin. I have nothing but the most love and respect for him. And it's not just his wrestling, but his life journey and what he has overcame.
Mm-hmm.
He's so inspirational. And God bless him. I mean, just like his road to redemption, his road to sobriety, everything. Dustin is just such a wonderful person to look up to now. I'm sorry, I keep gushing about him, but yeah.
The Raw's war cannon is smoking. Who let GWC in the building?
Oh, God.
That fucking guy.
I thought that was Jim Neidhart's crack pipe.
It might have been. Somebody threw it in the can there just to add in some special effects.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I'm not a fan of these reviews that they do from earlier in the show. Like, I'm just not a fan of them.
Rockabilly.
Not everybody's seen it, but it's like you don't need to keep rehashing everything 13 times of what's been going on.
Because we had the internet back then. Dial up.
When did you start using the internet for real?
1996.
96? All right.
Yep. With AOL. You got mail.
Mail.
I loved AOL.
That shit when it would do when you would be loading it.
My dad would get like those free hours, like those discs, and yeah, you get like 1,000 free hours. Even though it took 2 hours to load a fucking webpage. These kids don't know the struggle we had, John. The
struggle was real.
It was.
The internet.
Dude, our kids are spoiled. Man, our kids are spoiled with the internet now.
Now you're sounding really old now. Those kids today, they don't know how lucky they got it. When I was their age, that internet thing went.
Me and you lived in a time where there was no internet.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't start really using the internet till about 2006, 2007. Like,
really?
Yeah, I mean, we use it sporadically here and there, but 2006, 2007, I think was the first time I ever got it in my house.
But it wasn't something that was like a daily part of your life until then, pretty much.
No, it wasn't. Honestly, I would say when it became a daily part of my life and I would use it frequently, for me, I would have said maybe like 2011-ish, 2012 is maybe when I started using it pretty frequently.
Oh yeah.
I was never a big guy with like technology and phones and all that stuff. I still am not to this day. Just the basics. I'm not a big technology guy.
I got you.
I mean, I know how to use it, of course, and use it well, but I just never get into it. Some people live on their phones. They live on computers. They live on all that stuff.
I'm good.
I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I love it for what it's worth, and I love it for certain things like this, but definitely don't live on it.
Yeah, because normally for me and you, it's that if we're not doing something like this, or just sending like just random funny videos, or like just seeing how we're doing, we're normally like the phones are down and like we're spending time with family. So that or your work. So yeah.
I love it for work. That's what I use it for mainly. Of
course.
It's how I make a living. So
oh god.
Was there a team as cool as the Legion of Doom to you?
No.
They were the best. He needed the internet in 2006 for that fantastic ECW to Dismember show. That is one that we got to go back and watch for like the worst shows of all time that we could go back and check out. I've never seen it all the way through. So
damn you, Daniel, really?
Yeah.
They had
in my mind now. I've only seen a couple clips of it. I heard it was terrible.
The show, they cut it early. It was so bad.
Wasn't it like only like 2 hours long?
Yes.
Jesus. These creatures.
Good God. Did you see that kid with the glasses?
Wow.
The glasses and the bowl cut.
That kid needs some help there.
Do you think that Huntington's giving Saginaw a run for their money?
Not yet, but boy, they got some interesting folks in the audience here. The big guy in the black shirt there has been one that's been catching my eye all night. This guy is just, he wants to grope every wrestler that comes through. He's the one that Sid dissed in the beginning when he wanted the fist bump that didn't get it. If that guy's still kicking today, I'd be blown away.
He reminds me of Piss Jug.
Oh yeah, that guy that drinks his pee in the wrestling shows or whatever, right?
Yeah. Was it Piss Jug Mike? I think the guy's name was.
I don't know. You sent me a clip about him once or something like that. I never heard about him before that.
He died.
Didn't he used to go to like the GCW shows or something?
Yes.
Well, he fit into that crowd real well.
With Piss Jug, I mean, do you think drinking all that urine had something to do with him passing?
I don't know. They say it's nutritious, apparently.
What the fuck?
Well, it has all your nutrients in it. That's what they say.
I'm good.
I've watched Naked and Afraid more than a few times where they've said that in the survival training. Yeah, if you have to drink your own urine, it's okay. I'm going to stick to your opinion on that one.
Yeah.
If it's got nutrients in it, you can take them. I'll take my vitamins and eat properly.
There you go. I agree. Do you think you could do Naked and Afraid?
No. And I've done survival training. I couldn't do it naked, and I couldn't. The reason I couldn't do it is I know my luck. All right. Yeah. I've done survival training. I made it through survival training just fine and all that stuff. Yeah. And it was miserable, but I made it through it. Yeah. Weeks upon end. We had clothes on first off. The second off is my luck. They'd stick me in the jungle, and I'm afraid of snakes. I'm afraid of all those awful things. Throw me out in Iraq with a gun and tell me I got to make my way home through the fucking terrorists, and I'll be less afraid than you will be if you put me out there in the Amazon rainforest with snakes, spiders, and all that shit out there. No clothes, getting bit by bugs. Nah, not doing it. No thanks. Not worth it. I don't need to prove anything to myself. Daniel says, Piss Jug was not allowed within 3 states from Brad Attitude.
Yes. Yes.
You want Naked and Afraid, tour your local downtown areas around 2 a.m. All right, so here's a funny story about naked people in random downtown areas. So I was in the Philippines in December, and I love the Philippines. It's wonderful. It's remarkable. And beautiful place. It's amazing. I go to this rural, out of fucking nowhere province where my wife was from, family. So we went into the main city. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon when my plane lands. They pick me up from the airport. We're driving through. I look over. It's really dilapidated, this area. It's just completely poor and downtrodden. I look right over to my right. I'm sitting right up in the front seat of this van. I look right over to my right, and there's this lady walking around butt-ass naked right down through the downtown. I turn around to my wife, and I said, what the fuck is going on in this town right here? I said, why is nobody like calling the cops or anything like that? She's like, they're just crazy. They're not going to do anything anyways. So just a random naked person is walking around in downtown Tacloban in the Philippines. I was like, well, don't think I'm going to like this one too much around here. At least she could have been hot. She wasn't hot, so.
Oh, wow.
She needed to put her clothes on.
Wow.
Naked and afraid? No, not happening.
Or just naked and crazy.
I was naked and afraid of where I was at that point. Jesus, the LOD. Shawn sold that one good.
Oh, yeah. Shawn's such a good seller.
Boy, the LOD, no matter how they were being booked or whatever was going on, you always thought that the Legion of Doom had a shot to win the belts or win that match, no matter who they were against.
They were believable. Very, very
Hart
believable.
Foundation's out right now. Are we getting a DQ here at the end or something like that? We're going to get a screwball finish. What do you think?
Screwball finish, of course.
Yeah, it's going to be some type of one. We're going to count out or a DQ. What do you think? Count out or DQ? What's your bet?
We're doing a DQ.
All right. I guess I'll just have to go the opposite. I'm going to go with count out. I'm going to go with count out on this one. I mean, the LOD lost to Furnace and LaFon a few weeks ago, so it's going to be hard to imagine them winning after you lost to those two boring fucks.
Hey. I'm still tired from watching them.
Everybody else is, and the match was only about 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
If you want to cure insomnia, just put a Furnace and LaFon match on.
That or a Prince Ikea match, right?
One or the other.
Do you know why they partially had him on the show? I was reading about this. The same night Rocky Maivia won the Intercontinental title.
No way.
Prince Ikea won the TV belt.
So he was their answer to the blue chip prospect?
Yes. Because he resembled The Rock. That's why they were pushing him.
I want to talk about a no-talent ass clown? Look up Prince Ikea.
Yes.
Terrible. The worst. And he had a job in WCW forever.
I know.
Just shows you anybody can make it happen in life. Daniel says, I miss Furnace and LaFon tonight. The crowd seems more lively.
Yes, I love it. And then you had people like Das Wonder Kid and Mr. Alex Wright who had talent having to put the ass clown over. I just don't understand. It is what it is.
Yeah. I guess, the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while.
Hey. Well, a broken clock is right twice a day, right?
Yep. It sure is.
You know somebody else that didn't get enough love? Norman Smiley.
The big wiggle.
So damn talented.
Screaming Norman Smiley. I love him.
I think he's still one of the trainers down in NXT.
I think you're right. I think he is, actually. Prince Ikea being compared to The Rock, that is the biggest insult anyone can ever throw at The Rock. Absolutely, Daniel.
Yeah.
If he's your answer to Rocky Maivia, The Rock, whatever it was, I'm sorry.
And then
wait till we get to the Screaming Norman stuff later on in WCW. When you come out with the soccer, with the hockey uniform on, the football stuff, whatever
the stuff
it was.
With
Ralphus, the big wiggle. Dude, I can't wait for Ralphus.
Ralphus was more entertaining than Prince Ikea.
Ralphus was more entertaining than about 80% of the people in wrestling right now. Okay, that guy was awesome.
Yeah, he was
the best. That white shirt that Jericho put on him there, and he point at people and do that,
And then there's the security guard that looks like Kenny Powers.
Yep. I think there was a few that looked like Kenny Powers.
Why isn't Ralphus down in the yellow brand teaching these youngsters about getting over?
I don't think Ralphus is still alive anymore.
Really?
I don't think so. Let's see if anybody knows what's happened to Ralphus. Let's do a little Google search of Ralphus.
Hold on. Okay.
Let me check it out here. I got it up. What happened to Ralphus?
Yeah, you know.
Let's see.
I just got a great idea for
He
our
passed in
next.
2020.
Oh, damn. All
Here's
right.
the article here. Former WCW star Ralphus recently passed away. Chris Jericho, who used Ralphus as his personal security in WCW, revealed during his Saturday night special stream this weekend that the Boston native passed away sometime in the last year. I just found out he passed away like last year. God bless John Riker. That was his real name, Jericho said during the stream. He also worked as a truck driver for WCW. He debuted in the comedic role with Jericho in '98. He later worked with Norman Smiley in WCW after Jericho left for WWE. He made some pro wrestling convention and signing appearances after being taken off WCW in 2000, but that was the end of his run in the business. What a shame.
I think I'm going to do a reel on Ralphus.
Please do.
Oh, well.
Rest in peace, Ralphus. That's right, Daniel. You are a Hall of Famer to all of us. When he starts popping on our screen in '98, he's definitely going to be inducted into our Hall of Fame that year. Once he makes his first appearance, that's a given.
There you go. Okay.
He sure was more entertaining than I can. Wow. It's a bold statement. All right, we got a count out here to end, Chris. I win.
Damn it.
I would have guessed DQ if you didn't. I just had to go the opposite of you. So
I got you.
Next time you make me pick first. I would have gone with a DQ as well. Austin and Shawn Michaels are fighting on the outside here. This is kind of like a bitch fest slap session that they're having with one another. Yeah, this is a pretty awful fight that these two are having.
But honestly, it was Ralphus. That speaks to how over Jericho was. He literally took a fucking truck driver and got him over. Think about it.
A truck driver with no front teeth.
And got
him over.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why Jericho, in my opinion, is the GOAT.
Boy, so, this Huntington crowd is a homely bunch.
Yes. Oh, they are.
I'm telling you, they're inching up on Omaha here.
How many are related?
Half of them. Gotta be. Look at Bowl-Cut in the front row. You think that's his sister next to him. It's going to be his wife one day. This is Huntington, West Virginia here, all right?
God damn.
This is an unpopular decision. Now,
you sure that's not his mom?
Maybe. Might be. When you're inbred, your aunt's your uncle, your uncle's your father, your sister's your cousin, and she's also your mother and your wife.
Oh, God.
So they're rehashing the Mick Foley stuff with Terry Funk in Japan. That was some great stuff that they did in Japan. And I'm not a fan of death matches, but those two, they were tremendous together.
I agree. Oh, I love Terry Funk.
I love Jerry the King Lawler. He's out now. I love the King's music too. But let's just be real here. There's only one king in professional wrestling, and it's not Jerry Lawler. Who is it?
King Booker.
Nope. Come on. You're disappointing me here.
I'm having a brain fart here.
You're about to be adding somebody to your apology list weekly if you forget this.
Virgil?
You're done. You're apologizing. Jimmy King. Okay?
Jimmy, that's it. Sorry.
Come
sorry.
on.
God,
what
sorry,
the
guys.
hell is wrong with you? Apologize to Jimmy King now.
I'm sorry, Jimmy King.
And apologize to Paul Bromwell. You're going to be on his shit list more now.
I'm sorry, Paul.
How dare you disrespect Jimmy King like that?
Sorry. I was having a brain fart for a second.
I might walk off the show.
Okay, sorry.
You did that to poor Jimmy King.
Speaking of Jimmy, do you think Jim Ross is grumpy in this interview?
I'm just so upset at you right now.
Has Jim not gotten his oatmeal?
Don't sit over there and change the subject on this one here. You did that to Jimmy King?
Jimmy King, you are the man. You're the man with the plan. You got that class, you rule that ass.
Hold on here, buddy. Give me a second here.
Rule that ass. I will rule you. I will reign supreme right after I get this beer.
And let me just get here another beer.
And go drink out of the trough.
All right. Hold on here. we gotta refresh you here for a moment here. In tonight's shocker of the night, Daniel says, Chris forgets the man who literally gave his kids teeth for the business, Jimmy King. We're gonna remind him here right now, Daniel. We're gonna reintegrate Jimmy King into his life here for just.
It's been a long week.
Bullshit. There's no excuse for this.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry to me. You better be sorry to Jimmy King. Hold on here. This is just for you.
I'm scared. We can help. So, sing the song. So, no, I don't want to sing the song. Sing the song for Mr. King. Jimmy King is the best wrestler. He's the best
Better than all the wrestlers.
He's got class. He's really fast. He'll rule that ass.
That ass.
Jimmy, la la da, Jimmy.
You better not forget again.
All right.
Apologize to Jimmy again.
I'm sorry, Mr. King.
Oh, my Lord. Chris, I love you, but you disappointed me.
I'm sorry. I had a really bad brain fart. It's been a...
Daniel says he's going to be grumpy and old like JR now that you forgot Jimmy. Oh. Chris.
And I was at Jimmy...
It's like if one of your kids fucks up in school and does something awful.
Well, it's like...
Jimmy King doesn't hear this.
What? And I was at Jimmy King's Hall of Fame ceremony. So are you.
You are. I got no words.
Which I was Jimmy's caterer. I mean, ain't right. Ain't right at all.
No excuses. I could have dementia, and you could ask me who the king of wrestling is, and I'm going to tell you, Jimmy King.
Jimmy King. I gotcha.
He's the best wrestler. He's better than all the wrestlers. He will rule that ass. All right, Chris, we'll forgive you a little bit now.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll forgive you. Jimmy's a jam up guy. He'll forgive you. He knows you're tight with El Dandy. That's why.
Will he forgive or will he forget because he's drunk?
You know, Chris, for your next reel, you got to do a Jimmy King reel now.
All right, so I'll do Ralphus and Jimmy King.
Yep, those should be your next two right now.
I gotcha.
Ralphus and Jimmy King. Those scars on Mick, those cold beer and hot sandwiches made up for it. Boy, if there's anybody that abused his body, it was Mick Foley, huh?
Oh, yeah, like without a doubt.
When you look at all those scars on his arm from the matches and everything, Jesus. You think he loved wrestling?
Oh, yeah, like without a doubt. You talk about somebody that would sacrifice to help get a reaction and to help put over his opponent. Very few did it better than Mick. Triple H, which I was watching a thing on WWE Untold. Ooh. And they're talking about the feud with Mick and with Hunter. And Hunter said that right after he became the game, he needed to be viewed right as a badass. So that match at Royal Rumble 2000 shifted the fans' view on him. And that was thanks to Mick Foley. And
go ahead, Chris.
And the same goes for Randy Orton. Mm-hmm. And the same goes for Edge. Mick changed the fans' views on those wrestlers because he put them over so well.
Has Mick ever said, do you know if he could go back and do it again, knowing how banged up he's going to be at his age now, if he would still do it? Have you ever heard him say that? I asked him. I can't remember the answer though.
I think he said he would not do it.
Okay. You'd have to wonder because, he's in really bad shape these days. And has been for a long time. Imagine the pain he must live in with his body from all the bumps and shit that he took.
And it's astounding with how upbeat and happy he is.
Yeah, he's one of the classy ones, that's for sure.
And the thing is that with Mick, he can't even bend down to tie his shoes anymore.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
His promos as Mankind are some of his best work.
Damn, they're outstanding.
Yeah. Boy, they're good.
Now here we go.
They are tremendous as Mankind as promos. I mean, any of his promos are really good for the most part.
Oh
But
God, like that out.
he really, and I know we've talked about our favorite versions of Foley. I know Daniel's is Dude Love for sure. Yours is Cactus Jack, right?
Bang bang. Yes.
Yeah, mine is too. But he was tremendous as Mankind too. I think his promos as Mankind were the best.
Oh yeah. You talk about the feeling, the heart, the passion, just the like the character bleeding through, not just physically, but just with his words, just amazing. Like with Mankind, and Mick he's one of those few wrestlers that have the ability to where he sucks you in to his world with his words,
Mm-hmm.
and he's so damn good at it. And
he really is. And
that's a lost art. There's very few people now that have that ability.
What do you think his favorite character to play was?
I'm Dude Love, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I bet you Dude Love was his favorite one to play because that's always who he kind of envisioned himself as.
And that's closer to who he really is. Yeah.
Yeah, says, and now the guy who was second to Brett as a heel in the company through those interviews made him get cheered. Yep. Yeah. Everybody says about Mick too, and they say he's just like the best guy to be. I was listening. I was on 4 hours in the car today. I was listening to Nash's show, Click This, and they were talking about Mick and him on the Hidden Treasure show, and about how he didn't really want to go out and travel and stuff. He wasn't really in the mood for it and do all the same shit again. And then they asked him, and told him that he would be with Mick and riding with Mick, and he's like, "Of course I'll do it." Then he says, "Because get him in the car with Mick." He said it's worth it anytime. He's the best guy in the world, and he's like, as soon as they told him that, he's like, "Yep, I'm there. Don't worry." If I'm doing it with Mick, I'm more than happy to do it.
Like I said, Mick is the nicest wrestler I've ever met, hands down.
Say that.
Mick, Eddie, and Cross are hands down the three classiest, three nicest wrestlers I've ever met. Just blown away by every single one of them. But Mick, he can have a line of 100 people doing signings, and for that 30 seconds, Mick makes you feel like you are the only person within that whole room. He devotes 100% to you. He's not like, oh, okay, like let's rush this along. No. Mick genuinely cares about every single one of his fans, and that's awesome. So yeah,
that's a great thing to see from people. They appreciate the ones that got them there. They give them their time and attention when they come out, and that's what it's all about. And everybody's probably got who's been to a lot of conventions or wrestling shows that people do that. Always got one or two that you just say as a dick, but I'm sure there's more than the other version of it where you get a lot of people being dicks. I'm sure there's more than enough of them are really good guys.
But Mick was such a nice guy that so like the meet and greet for him, like the show like I went to, it was $30 a person, which included a picture and 2 signed items. Mm-hmm. And Mick, which my son wanted to meet him, and Mick, he didn't even charge my son. He said, you just come over here and let's take a picture together. He's that kind of guy.
Something that Mick would be like. Yeah. Jerry is antagonizing Mankind here. Mick just pulled him right over there and is about to fucking beat his ass.
You know someone else that's really nice? Mr. Teddy Long. Holla. Yes. He didn't charge my son either. I mean, like straight up. Oh, wow.
Nailed Savio.
Ow!
Mankind's going to be moving on.
What the hell?
Boom. Big victory there for Mankind moving on in the King of the Ring.
I love the exit music for him.
I love his music as Mankind here. I think it's fantastic. Daniel has been to all the conventions, all the signings, done them all. Daniel, who's your favorite you've ever met? Who's the nicest wrestler you ever met?
Daniel said that Hogan was a really, really nice class act.
A lot of people say that about Hogan. He's an awesome guy.
But
just to hear Daniel's top one though, because he goes to so many of them, or he's been to a bunch of them.
Which I didn't do like a signing with Ricky Steamboat, but I got the opportunity like to meet him with Daniel. Unbelievably nice, such a amazing human being. Which I've said this over and over, but like Ricky is a huge class act as well. So yeah, and that goes along like with the legend that he truly is.
This one doesn't surprise me. Daniel says Hacksaw Jim Duggan is probably the top nicest one.
Oh, Jim Duggan's amazing.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that at first, Daniel, just because I know how many you've been to. Hacksaw wouldn't have been the first one I thought of, but I could definitely see that. Not many people I've ever heard have said a bad thing about Jim Duggan.
Oh, amazing human being. And
Ricky too. He said Ricky as well. Another one everybody says is just a class act too, Ricky.
Ricky's outstanding. The one we went to last year, the one wrestler that I met that I was somewhat disappointed in, I'll be blunt with you guys, Mr. Anderson. Because, which I'm a huge fan of his, but I don't know if he was having like a bad day or what, but he didn't seem very interested in like the meet and greet. But whenever like the show started, he was on like a light, man, just phenomenal. So I don't know.
Daniel says the nation is exploding and Faarooq can't even get cared about in a title match.
Oh, good Lord.
This title match might be one of the worst build-ups I've ever seen, as I said earlier. This is bad.
I agree.
They also announced here Sycho, Sid, and the Legion of Doom are teaming up to take on British Bulldog, Owen Hart, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. That's an interesting matchup right there.
Yes.
Why is Sid getting included in that?
I guess because Sid's got to get his dates in. I
guess.
I have no idea.
Definitely no softball at the King of the Ring weekend this weekend for him.
No.
Maybe they got a softball match and, down there wherever they're doing the King of the Ring.
Yes.
Scarlett and Cross were top-notch, too, for meeting as well. Yeah, you guys have all said that. Everybody says that about Cross, that he's such a fucking awesome guy, too. I've always heard that.
And the thing is that, like, with just, yeah. And that, and that's another cherry on top of why he's my favorite wrestler. So, even though he's not being pushed very well right now. But it is what it is.
He hasn't been on television since February.
No. He's had matches here and there, but his record on television right now is 2-7.
I saw that they said that his last I saw this today or yesterday maybe, but they said his last televised match was against Rey Mysterio. The last one was on TV was on February, I think 24th. They said when he took on Rey Mysterio. That was the last time he was on TV for a televised match, at least. So
I mean, just I don't know.
They expect Sid to make 2 shows in 1 week. That won't work. He's got to get a couple of new bats, Daniel. He's got to work. Those softball bats aren't cheap, Chris.
Oh God, they're not, man. That doesn't work for him, brother.
Oh yeah, he's ready for business.
Did you see Lacey Evans' new look?
The one where she's like Sergeant Slaughter ripoff or whatever?
Yes.
There's the fist bumps. Let's see if Fat Boy in the front's going to get one. You think Fat Boy in the front's going to get one?
Yeah.
God, I just fucking love Sid. No matter the softball shit, missing bookings or not, or whatever people say. I love Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid, whatever you want to call him. Let's see, does Fat Boy get one? He got one. There you go. Good job, buddy.
Yes. Good job.
Fucking Vince just said something about his weight.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's funny, man. Even Vince called out the fat guy in the crowd. Lacey will go through another gimmick change in 2 weeks, then she'll be off TV for 6 months again.
Yep, I agree. Guess how much
did you just hear Jim Ross? He's got the sweetest softball swing in the World Wrestling Federation.
Yes.
They're playing along.
This is awesome.
Yeah. They're playing along.
I'm reading it. This is beautiful. This, okay. Guess how much money Steve Austin made within his first 12 months with the 316 shirt?
I would say 7 to 8 million.
$12 million.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
$12 million. I'm reading a thing on NoDQ.com, and it's a quote from the Kurt Angle podcast saying that he spoke with Steve Austin about it, and Steve said that he made about $12 million. First year from it.
First year with the 316 stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
You talk about over.
That's a lot of money just from having a good gimmick.
Yes. Hold on.
And Undertaker, your secret doesn't matter sign. We agree.
Rest in peace. That's what I tell a bowel movement after I'm done with it. Rest in peace.
There you go.
Rest in peace, duty. All right.
Do you think the fans would have the attention span for a close to 5 to 6 month long by the time they get to it? Long build to find out what the big secret was for the Undertaker?
No, this era would not.
No.
They bitch every.
They made it 6 hours.
Dude, as soon as so as soon as the show is over, you got people going on social media bitching it because like they didn't rush something quick enough. So yeah,
there's the signs NWO and WCW sucks in the background. I think a lot of people would disagree with that at this time.
Oh wow, okay. So back in January, the WWE, they asked Sergeant Slaughter to appear in the Lacey return vignettes where he would teach and pass down the Cobra Clutch. Slaughter denied any involvement. Wow.
Do you blame him though? Yeah.
Look out, Lacey Evans. You got Sergeant's daughter pissed. She's one tough motherfucker. I know Jarhead. I trained her, and like me, she takes no prisoners. There's only 2 ways out of Camp Slaughter: on your feet or in a ditty bag. An itty bitty ditty bag. Yo Joe.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So Taker loses and Sid
the Champ
goes into the King of the Ring fighting Faarooq. Daniel says, Chris, your internet's a little delayed. You might want to cut out and cut back in, buddy.
Okay, hold on.
All right,
hold on. All right.
Sid's booting the Undertaker here, folks.
All right, come on.
The crowd's kind of mild here for this one so far. Yeah, it's something, the Undertaker's just not doing it for me at this point as the champ. Then putting him in the main event's kind of a formality right here because you think it would kind of be a big thing, but I don't know. It just isn't doing it. Jim Ross is selling it good there, doing a good job as an announcer to try to make this relevant. Oh, big choke slam there by Sycho Sid on the Undertaker. Will he get the pin? Nope. Doesn't hook the leg. Not happening. Poor Paul over there covering his face that the Undertaker burned. This is bad right here, Daniel. This is close to as bad as the Giant Gonzalez angle. This crowd has no love for this match. But who could blame them? They've just done nothing with Taker at this point. They've just done nothing with him. Earl Hebner refereeing. You just know there's going to be some shenanigans. Well, when Earl's in there, he's no Nick Patrick. That's for sure, Daniel. Chris is loading up here, folks.
This.
There he is. He's back.
All right, we're back, my friend. All right, I got you.
You're good now, man.
Okay, so
You're not missing much from this match.
Yeah, with my internet, there's a shit ton of people in town right now, so that's probably one of the issues.
Is it like the 9 millionth bike week in Myrtle Beach?
No. This week we have the Country Music Festival coming up. So yeah.
Well, it is summertime out there, so the tourists are going to be clogging up.
It is summertime.
Nick Patrick.
The John's
corner. He would not.
Uh-oh. It is 11 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. I think John's computer, did it reboot?
I already took care of it tonight.
Okay. Well, which it is summertime here in Myrtle Beach, so it's an absolute doozy. Nick Patrick would not allow those punches in the corner. You goddamn right he would not.
See,
Johnny,
you're
there?
getting it right here.
What?
You're getting it. Nick
What?
Patrick would not allow those things.
Whoa. He's talking shit about Earl Hebner.
Of course he is, because Earl sucks.
You know, Earl is a legend. Okay? There's a reason why Nick Patrick never worked for the WWE before.
In all fairness, Daniel says, I won the battle against the computer tonight. In all fairness, it was a matter of luck tonight, Daniel, because the restart thing literally pops up, gives me 5 seconds to click on it. I had lightning fast speed tonight in the fingers to get to it in time to reschedule it till later on.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I almost got clipped on it about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, good Lord.
But I was ahead of the game. When we did our taping the other night too, doing Superstars, which will come out, in a couple weeks. Almost happened then too, but I won that 2 times. Undertaker gets the victory over Sid here. All right, that was pretty quick.
Do you think Sid shit his britches for this match?
He might have. Daniel says that Earl's the legend of screwing guys. He's the Jenna Jameson of refereeing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now the nation is coming out to beat on the Undertaker, and Sycho Sid is having none of that. He's got Crush up here. Boom.
They should have brought back the old Crush character.
Shaka bra.
Shaka bra.
Wasn't Savio and Crush just fighting a minute ago? Now they're all together to fight and beat down the Undertaker?
Yeah, they have amnesia.
Do you see that big, long sign on really old computer paper there that says, "Bring back the Warrior"?
Oh, my God.
Look at it. Can you see it, Chris?
Yes. Why?
That should be the sign right below it. Why?
Why should we bring back him? Because, honestly, he's absolutely fucking dreadful. With all due respect, I mean, because we got the Warrior Award, Yeah. And remember, whenever you're squatting, to act as if you're shitting in a hole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's some great advice.
Like a shitting in a hole. My name is Warrior. I'm the fucking ultimate warrior.
Yeah, I think my shit
says Taker is taking an Ahmed nap in the corner.
Good for him. Good for him.
He's dead for a reason. He's playing dead.
Which I guess they got to get material for the hype package for the pay-per-view. So that's why they're doing all this shit.
Is there any announcer that sold it as good as Jim Ross? It's heinous what's going on now. It's
heinous. No. Jim is doing a phenomenal job right now. By God. By God. He's whipping him like a government mule, literally.
The Warrior Award has to be really grunty.
And it can't be won by, never mind.
Is it the most bullshit award in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Oh, without a doubt.
Name it after somebody that actually had a positive influence on the world. Not him.
The Tim White Award. Seriously.
Suicide Lunch with Tim White? You can't have that one, Bo. Bro, you can't have that one.
Oh, God.
Lunchtime Suicide with Tim White. That was a hell of a... That was some...
This was...
That was some wonderful shit.
Honestly, the Eddie Guerrero Award, the Latino Heat Award, I think that would be great.
I don't know even about that one. As much as I love Eddie, I don't know. He had a bad history too with some stuff.
Well,
All right,
Brian-
so that's the end of the show, Chris. What do you give the show tonight? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or in the middle?
How about the Hard Body Harrison Award?
He'll slap a bitch and try to human traffic you.
Anyways, the show was actually fairly good. The stories were good. It was great threading throughout. The match with Taker and Sid was the match with. God damn! Stop it, Dana. Okay, so basically the stuff with Sid and Taker was decent. Like the storytelling with Austin and with Shawn, is fantastic. Like they're tag team champions, but they can't seem to get along. How long will they last with the belts? Like they're going into like the King of the Ring. Will this strengthen their bond or will it make it worse? Type of storytelling, the stuff with Brett, all that, just absolutely outstanding tonight. The only downside, in my opinion, we kept talking about it, John, the lack of a build for the Undertaker versus Faarooq. It's dog shit bad, and it's sad because it's similar to like the dynamic of what we spoke about earlier with the Rock and Cena and with the Miz. You got Faarooq that's in like the Miz's position, while you got Kane and Taker doing a build-up between this feud. So, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's pointless with the thing like with Faarooq and Taker. But overall, I give the show a thumbs up. Good storytelling show.
All right, I'm going to go in the middle. I thought they had some. I thought they had some really good moments out there tonight for sure. There was some hot moments to the night. There was some good parts with the angles and things, but I'm going to go within the middle tonight. It lacked a few things. Some of the matches were just really blah. And
Okay.
there was too many segments with the Undertaker stuff. It was too boring. They've done no build up to it. They tried to rush it this week. And to me, I got to give it in the middle for that. I really have no interest in seeing that match, from a fan's perspective, looking at it now. If I was just seeing it, I wouldn't have any interest in seeing it at that point either. So I'm going to give it in the middle for that. So wasn't as bad as last week was a thumbs down. So let's see if Nitro can take it next week.
Oh,
We'll have to see, though.
I thought of an award name. Hand Henry. The Hand Henry Award. You know Mark Henry's son, the Hand?
I wonder how he's doing, the Hand.
I heard that he's got a job on the show Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Could be good work for him.
So, I mean, very hands-on. So,
All right, Chris, no cameo of the week this week, but
what?
I got the
Why?
jobber of the week this week. All right. So
Dom Stone.
Oh, no. He's not this one.
Red Rooster.
This guy has been angling to get in the Hall of Fame for years. He
Jeff
cut a promo
Farmer.
on you, and he hates Walmart. But
Wow.
I found out he loves Doritos, and that's Barry Horowitz is going to be on here. All right.
What better place sells Doritos?
I don't know.
Walmart. I mean, come
Walmart,
on.
but he loves Doritos. You're going to find out his love for Doritos here in a second. So
Shit.
the only reason this clip got me was because it said Barry Horowitz on why Greg Valentine is awesome. So for me, that had instant heat with me. So I had to go and check this out here and pull this gem up for you here. So here's a clip about Barry Horowitz, and Greg Valentine here. Give me a second. Let me get to it.
I love it.
All right, here. Let me find him here. All right, so Barry Horowitz on why Greg the Hammer Valentine
I'm
was
TC,
awesome.
and I've got cool sculpting done on
All
my
right,
stomach.
let's get through this ad
Cooking
here.
soul food with my
So
family.
enjoy this right here, Chris. This is from the WSI YouTube channel.
Oh, God.
Valentine. And the reasoning is, I was there when they were pushing him with Bob Backlund. for the
What
war.
does Doritos have to do with this?
I've worked
Just
with
watch.
him. He's never hurt me. And to this day, when I see him, he's very slow and methodical
No shit.
with his demeanor and his work, but he remembers me and respects. And he's nice. I've never had an argument with him.
What?
All right, how many people have ever gone on to say that Greg Valentine was nice? And Barry's logic here is that he was nice to him. So apparently there's this backstage thing that I found, and I'm going to play that afterwards. Apparently people used to love to fuck with Barry Horowitz in the back. Okay. You wait till you hear this other clip that I got afterwards of people talking about how they would fuck with Barry Horowitz in the back.
We
100%.
We should tag Kevin Nash and ask him if he has any Barry Horowitz stories.
Geez, seriously, I might have to do it, and because I'm part of his little additional page there, and you get to go in the streams and ask questions. So maybe I'll do that one day. Daniel says he's nice. How drunk is he right now? All right, let's continue on, and you're going to hear more. All right, here.
I've never had nothing. I've never only traveled with him once, and that's classic.
Why is that classic?
This is if you don't mind me telling you, I'll tell it quick.
All right.
He's in a Tornado, which is similar to a Cadillac.
What the fuck is a Tornado? Is that like the thing you eat at a gas station?
I don't know, but
apparently it's like a Cadillac.
But it's new, and it's got front wheel drive.
So I guess they don't make new Cadillacs anymore.
It's like a Cadillac, and it's new, and it's got front wheel drive.
I didn't know they didn't have Cadillacs with front wheel drives anymore. Did you?
It's new. It's got front wheel drive in it. What is this, like a selling point to go buy a Tornado? All right. It's kind of like a Cadillac, and it's got front wheel drive. Barry's never seen a Cadillac in his life unless he's chauffeuring somebody or they're letting him hop in theirs. That's for sure.
I'm going to look
We're
this
coming
up,
home from the Cap Center in Washington, and Bob Backlund is his opponent, and he's in the passenger side. Barry Hart is in the back seat listening to everything. They're talking about the match. They're doing, but this is back in the day when you would buy beer and they drink it when they're driving. Johnny Weaver, Piper, they would do it all the time. Well, I'm not a drinker.
No shit.
So I sat in the back. Hey,
nobody invited
no,
him.
Thank you. And I'm just listening. I'm being quiet. I was just honored to be on that. I worked with first match against Jose Estrada, another man I love. Johnny Rod's love. Jose Luis Rivera, Conquistador.
All right, so I'm going to take this as a guess here. If you didn't bully or beat the shit out of Barry in the back, you were awesome in his book. All right, you gave him a ride. You were awesome. You were the best. That's what I'm going to assume, Chris. All right,
and they're best friends
and best buds.
I love him too.
Got a lot of love,
and
I like it.
He does.
Got this bag of nacho cheese Doritos.
What?
They're eating it like it's friggin' steak. In my mind, I'm going, I'm friggin' hungry, and I want those Doritos. But I can't ask Bob Backlund or Greg Valentine for those Doritos.
You ain't asking Bob for
and
those Doritos.
It's not my diet. I'm 21 years old. I don't give a crap. Okay? I don't even think I had a drink in my hand. I don't even know if we stopped at a store. Well, obviously we did. I just didn't do nothing except sit in that backseat. I'm grateful for a ride and didn't have to pay trans. These are superstars. I would have paid it. I wanted those Doritos, James, so bad. To this day.
Good.
And I'll never forget. It was one time. I don't know if it was Bob or Greg. Hey, kid, you want some Doritos? Oh, no, thank you. I wanted that whole fucking bag.
What?
But you knew the role.
No.
You knew your role, though.
I knew my role.
No Doritos for him. He knew his role.
What the hell does that have to do with Greg?
I don't know. He got to ride in the car with him, and he's an awesome guy, and he offered him Doritos. So
here we go.
That's a Tornado right there. That's a beaut.
Oh, shit. Hold on. It's the background. My bad.
Hey, keep it on for the rest. It's good. Keep the Tornado on for the rest. Why not? Keep it on. Daniel says he gets PTSD every time he sees a bag of Doritos. All right, Chris, so you got to hear this story about people ribbing Barry Horowitz. It's just a quick one. All right.
I gotcha.
This is great. This is a good one right here. You're going to dig this one. Let me pop it up here for a second. This is where he must have just got fucked with so bad in the back by people. Here we go. All right.
We're in Manchester, close to the Bulldogs, but they used to rip. Remember they ripped Horowitz, Barry Horowitz?
Oh my God.
Barry Horowitz. Barry Horowitz.
Barry Horowitz.
Jesus, how drunk is Honky? All right, so I'm going to cut this for 1 second. When Marty Jannetty is the sober one in a room with Honky Tonk Man,
there's a problem.
There's a fucking problem with alcohol right there. All right.
Good Lord.
Here's Axe and Smash from Demolition. These guys are great. There's Dynamite Kid.
I don't know. I can't remember. Because I always got blamed for it, but I didn't do it.
I don't know what he
cut
just
the
said.
sleeves off his shirt.
Glue his boots to the floor.
Shit is bag.
His bag?
The more reaction that he would give, I think they did it because he reacted so dramatic. You know, if you're going to pull a rib on somebody,
Look at Darso. He's just thinking about all the times he fucked with Barry Horowitz.
And they don't really put it over. There's no fun in that. These guys here have the sense.
Jesus, man.
Okay. Wow. So he just takes himself way too seriously, pretty much.
Honky is sloshed like Sunny after being released from her 5th DUI.
Oh my god.
What
okay.
a fucking ride that is. Woo!
Yes.
That's a boat right there.
That's the car that Barry was talking about. He wants one of those.
Can you imagine having to ride in the back seat of that thing?
No, but do you think they made fun of the goon?
How could you ever?
Did you shit in the goon's bag, John?
Well, this will answer your question.
I don't know how to answer that question. That's like, who's your biggest match? What the hell? I've been doing this for fucking 40 years, and you're asking me who the fuck's my biggest
All
match?
right, you're a fucking worthless. You're a fucking worthless drunk. Go to hell, you worthless loser.
Thank you.
I can't end it, but anyway, with that. That's how you got to go out. You got to go on a high note with that one. You can't beat it. What do you got for us before we head off, man?
Thank you guys for your love. Thank you so much for the increased support. Please check out our reels. Please check out all our awesome content here on the Retro Wrestling Revival. Please like, share, and subscribe here on Facebook, Retro Wrestling Revival Podcast. And please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, the Retro Repeat. So for me and John, thank you so much, guys. God bless you. And this is for fans, by fans. And let's continue to build this community. And let's have some more fun. Thank you.
I can't beat that one.
There
You gotta go with Daniel right here. When the goon tells you when he's at his biggest match, thank you. 100%. All right, everybody. We had a blast as always there. Make sure you like and follow us here on Facebook. We would greatly appreciate that. And give a big like to this video as well. In addition, if you're watching on YouTube, we do post some stuff on YouTube. It's there. We don't really advertise it too much, but we do put some stuff up there. If you have some plans to do more in the near future, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button on YouTube and like the video as well. We would greatly appreciate that too. Oh my Lord, Martin's shitting himself over here. He's got to get off the air. We'll be back next week with some Nitro. It'll be our last live for about a month or so, but have no fear. We're taping some extra content for that month there when I'm gone. You Jesus, he better check his shorts here, folks, and I better get us off the air. For Brother Martin, I am John. We're out of here. We'll see you again next week, folks. Thanks for watching the Retro Wrestling Revival.